I'm Eric Galindo. I have a new show. It's called Wild. It's about transformative moments.
If you're looking for success to be a cure to your anxiety, you're looking in the wrong place.
Listen to Wild by LAist Studios wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Friday, August 6th. I'm Austin Cross with the afternoon edition of the LA Report from KPCC and LAist. Here are the stories we've been following today. Governor Gavin Newsom was in San Bernardino today to mark the school district's first week back at school. San Bernardino Unified had shut down for 18 months because of COVID. It fully returned to in-person learning on Monday. Newsom and other officials were here to announce a $124 billion education package. He says the money will help families recover from a hard year of online learning.
It's a full-throated acknowledgement of the stress and the anxiety that so many of you, all of you, have gone through, particularly parents, in the last year and a half.
The budget includes over $1 billion for school counselors and more than $4 billion in mental health support for Californians up to age 25. The state has invested several $billion in cleaning and other measures to make it safe for kids to return to school. Students are also required to wear masks in the classroom. For those unhappy with the mask mandate, Newsom says the best defense is to get vaccinated.
We could take these masks off once and for all.
That would be nice. The governor didn't rule out a vaccine mandate in schools if the latest COVID surge persists, but he's confident in the safety measures currently in place. Meanwhile, a new effort is underway to speed up rent relief payments to Angelenos facing financial hardships fueled by the pandemic. Today, City Council member Kevin De Leon introduced a motion directing the LA Housing Department to expedite payments to tens of thousands of renters who've applied for help. At a press conference at Mariachi Plaza in Boyle Heights, Council member De Leon said the city received $235 million in the first round of funding and is expected to receive another $260 million in the second round. But so far, only $35 million have been distributed.
The problem we face is not a problem of funding. Rather, our problem is the lack of urgency and creativity and a commitment to rise to the challenge of this unprecedented crisis.
The motion calls for a report from the Housing Department on what it would take to process and pay all pending applications by October 1st, when current eviction protections expire. It also calls for a reopening of the rental relief application process and the creation of a multilingual outreach program to offer help with applying. Let's take you out to the San Gabriel Valley. Landlords there who rent to the unhoused can qualify for incentives as part of a program with the Council of Governments and Union Station Homeless Services. Landlords can be reimbursed for application fees, deposits, and even for lost revenue due to unpaid rent, eviction, or abandonment. Union Station housing consultant Keisha Hosea says it's meant to encourage landlords to accept tenants who pay rent using vouchers from the county and local housing authorities.
Many times, people with vouchers are not selected for various reasons. So perhaps it is based on some discrimination from using the voucher, perhaps not.
Hosea told KPCC that with the cost of housing outpacing incomes in the SGV, the unhoused need help from landlords in addition to cities and nonprofits.
Many of them are not aware of how vouchers work, or they've heard less than positive things and stories from people about collecting their rent or issues that don't necessarily have to be the case.
The program ends May of 2022. Interested renters and landlords can contact the project's administrator, that's Caitlin Sims, at the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments. Finally, a Los Angeles native has broken the record for the most Olympic medals in women's track and field. KPCC's Suzanne Watley reports.
Allison Felix wrapped herself in the stars and stripes after winning the bronze medal in the 400 meters. She said she always runs for gold, but she just wanted to have joy no matter what happened in the race. The 35-year-old athlete came back from a dangerously difficult pregnancy 2 years ago to compete in her 5th Olympics. And on a humid Friday night in Tokyo, she became the most decorated woman in Olympic track and field history when she beat all but 2 of her younger competitors. This bronze bronze medal is her career 10th and breaks the women's track and field record she had shared with Merlene Ottey from Jamaica. Felix is now tied with fellow American Carl Lewis. Her first medal came when she was just 18 in Athens. She says this Summer Games will be her last. I'm Suzanne Whatley.
In case you missed her previous wins, Felix will have another chance at a medal tomorrow when she runs in the women's 4x400-meter relay. You can catch it on NBC at 5:30 a.m. for those enthusiastic early risers out there. Thanks for listening to the LA Report. I'm Austin Cross. Join us next time for another LA Report.
This program is made possible in part by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, a private corporation funded by the American people.